Hey everybody, it's Mr. Hoff with Classroom Composers, and in today's video lesson, we're going to learn how to hold our clarinet and where all the fingers are going to be placed with our clarinet. This is going to correspond with lesson 6 in the pre-method book. Before we even get going with the instrument, it's important that every time you play a woodwind instrument or a brass instrument, or even when you're singing, that you sit correctly. So what you're going to want to do to sit correctly is you want to put your feet flat on the floor. You want to sit up as tall as you can, and you want to scoot to the front half of your chair. This is going to make it so that when you take a breath, your lungs are going to be able to expand, because the lungs are what's going to be fueling your instrument. With your clarinet, your right hand is going to go on bottom, and your left hand is going to go on top. It doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed or whatever, you always play the clarinet the same way. So we're going to start with our right hand first. And we're going to start with our right thumb. On the lower joint of the clarinet, you're going to want to look for the thumb rest. And your right thumb is going to be placed underneath that thumb rest, and you're going to be balancing the clarinet on that right thumb. On the front side, you're going to look for 3 tone holes. You're going to place your pointer finger on the first tone hole. You're going to place your middle finger on the second tone hole. And you're going to place your ring finger on the third tone hole. And then your pinky operates these keys down here that you'll learn much later. So one more time, right hand, right thumb underneath the thumb rest, pointer finger on the first tone hole, second finger on the second tone hole, middle finger I should say, ring finger on the third tone hole, and the pinky will operate these keys down here. Okay, moving on to our left hand. Our left hand is going to be on the upper joint, and our left hand goes on top. For right now, we're going to place our thumb on the thumb finger hole right here. Not this key, not the register key, but the one right beneath it. On the front of the clarinet, you're going to see 3 tone holes again. Your pointer finger is going to go on the first tone hole. The middle finger is going to go on the second tone hole. Make sure you skip this little pad right here. You don't press that. And then your ring finger is going to go on this final tone hole. And this final tone hole doesn't have a key around it, so you're just going to need to make sure that you feel it and that you know where it is. And then your pinky is going to operate these keys down here. And now that we've learned where our fingers go and where our hands go on the clarinet, we're going to learn how to hold it as we're sitting and playing. When you're holding it, you want to make sure the clarinet is going to go in between the legs, not to the sides, but in between the legs. Put a little bit of the mouthpiece in, and you're going to want to make sure that your chin is looking forward. Not looking down towards the floor, but looking forward. That's going to be very important once we start learning how to make a sound. The final thing that you're going to want is you're going to be wanting to hold it at about a little bit under a 45-degree angle. So this is going to be way too much. You don't want that. This is going to be too close to your body, but just about a 45-degree angle out. If I turn myself to the side, this is going to be about the angle that you're going to want. So chin's forward. We're looking good here. Make sure that you memorize how your fingers go on the clarinet, where your hands go, and how to hold it, because this can be very important that you understand how to do this once we start learning how to make a sound.